Hello, my name is Adrian Ramirez, and this is my intercultural interview reflection. And the culture that I'm going to be doing mine on is Japan. And then I interviewed my aunt, who's actually from Japan. And one point that she talked about that I found was interesting was that it is still like their society is still very men oriented, and although there have been minor changes as to gender equality, it is still something that is recommended and wanted. And then another point that I did not know before talking to her was that around 20 years ago, education for women was not emphasized, and instead it was seen as something that was not worth their time. And this is because families still wanted women to be the primary caretaker over the family and the household, so education was not as important at the time. Um, and then I found it extremely informative while talking and kind of having our discussion, um, because I felt like it expanded my knowledge on Japanese culture and taught me a lot of things that I could not find while I was like doing my research for the paper and through academic sources. And then one of the things that we kind of went over was body image, um, and how for women it is expected to look a certain way. And then another aspect that we kind of touched upon was how a how a major holiday that is extremely important to them is New Year's instead of Christmas. And she talked about how this is a time when everyone in the family gathers, and how they go to the shrine at midnight, and they get new good luck charms for each year as kind of like a ritual for the new year each year, and they burn their old ones. And then family is also another big point, and is something that is held at high priority. And then based on the reading from chapter 14 in the textbook, which the citation for that I'll have in my in the under the links. And then in chapter 14, it described how honor orientation is something that's an impression that someone wants others to see them as. And she talked about how women are outcasted if they are caught cheating and seen in a completely different way and kind of shunned upon. And then another point from chapter 13 that is explained is how male oriented places are considered large gender role separation. Um, and then this kind of goes into how I was talking about how things in Japan are kind of like more male oriented and kind of like pushed that way. And then my last point from chapter 12 is about power distance and how it is defined as how people act to others that are in higher positions or to their elders. And then this is important in Japanese culture and is even a vital aspect as to respecting your elders because it's essential. This culture also might be perceived as similar to American culture from an outside perspective, because some of the aspects are similar, but then there's also very distinct differences as to their household and like how they do certain things and norms. Yeah.